Okay, we're gonna call to order the UPTD FY 26-27 special budget hearing with our special board meeting at 5:30 p.m. Amira, do you have roll call?
Yes. Gina Bean,
Present.
Greg Kennerly,
Here.
Michaela Hammerson. I don't think she's on. Bill Hagedorn,
Here.
Phil Morton,
Here.
Doug Mendenhall,
Here.
Natasha Atkinson. Natasha, can you hear us?
I don't see her. I don't know what
I don't think,
happened.
she's not on. All right, thank you.
Do we want to mute and have somebody lead? I did not bring up the pledge.
I have it brought up, Gina, if you want me to go ahead and play it.
Okay. Yeah, we do that, Sherry.
Sure.
Thank you.
Can everybody see that? The flag.
Yes.
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 Thank you, Sherry. Okay, so we only have the one agenda item, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, I am doing this off my phone and I thought it would be easier than it is. Let me pull up the agenda.
I can share it. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, that might make it a little bit easier. Thank you, Amira.
You're welcome.
Okay, so agenda item 4.1, which is adoption of FY 26-27 budget. Do we have any discussion or a motion?
This is on the pay raise.
It would be accepting the complete budget. So, um, you guys just had the budget meeting prior to this, correct?
Correct. But we didn't discuss, well, we
Okay.
discussed a little bit of the wage, but not, we didn't make a motion on it.
So we would need to discuss whether we want any changes or amendments to the current budget or if it's going to stay as it stands, and then we would just make a motion to accept it.
Okay.
And Gina, just to clarify with you, because you weren't that we did add 15,000 to the line item for the legal fees for the investigator. I did hear back from them and they said that they thought that they could do it for under 10,000.
Okay. I did see the quotes. Yeah.
Yes, we've gotten 3 quotes so far, and the one did express that he thought it could be done for 10,000 or under. So we increased that line item 15,000, so it increased up to 20,000 now. And then they made a motion on that at the budget hearing.
Okay, so that's already would be included in this budget that we would be voting on now.
Yes.
Okay. And there was no other motions made as far as like wages or anything?
No.
Okay. So
Gina, we did say we'd discuss wages in here though.
Yeah,
okay.
because we do need to discuss the GM pay and adopt a line item for that in the budget.
Okay, does anybody want to start the conversation?
Yeah. Again, I'll reiterate. back in April 2025, when we were going into a transition with a new GM, the number was set by the board at $130,000 per year. Based on that precedent and Sherry's willingness to take the job for less for 6 months, which she's done, that I believe, in all fairness, we should move her into the permanent position at that wage that was set by the board over a year ago.
And my
And
discuss, I
Just
got a
for
discussion. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I
No,
interrupted
that's
you.
fine.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So my discussion is, she's been doing it probably long before we came along, but she's been doing it for at least 6 months, and I think personally that if we give her a raise, everybody's going to see this raise, and after we cut lines and we're looking good as far as being able to save money right now and have some money in the bank. I don't think we should go rewarding right away, even though she's doing an excellent job. I would say that we could move her from. I think presently now her salary is like 113 something. I would say 123 to 125, and then she can get the colas and stuff next year.
That wasn't the precedent that was set at all. That job has an established pay. If we're going to move her into that job, I know you weren't here, but we don't go back every new Congress and rehash established law. In this case, it's not established law, but it's established precedent. Just like you wouldn't go back and relitigate a case. We need to move her into the job that was established, a set number by the board.
So I have a couple comments, and the first one would be, Doug, I hear what you're saying as far as that, and I agree, and I do think there are situations, especially if a organization is not fiscally solvent, where there are exceptions made. But I think the first thing we need to clarify is if we were looking at moving it to the set amount that was for that position, then we would not be including the COLA and the performance raise on top of the set amount.
Correct.
Okay, so then what would the actual raise be? So if you did the dollar amount that Sherry's making now and did the 6%, that's like 119 something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're talking about is approximately 11,000. Is that correct?
So the annual increase on the study, excuse me, Gina, this is Amira, that we did, based on the study that I sent to the board versus her salary right now, the annual increase would be $16,962.
But that's including the 3% and
No.
the other 3%.
No.
It's including everything. Well, sorry.
Sorry,
This-
what is
I
that
jumped
number,
into
Amira?
Hold on one second. So
It's 16.
at her current,
From her current, it would be $16,962. She is currently at 113,085.
So 3% would bring her to 116. Because 3% plus 3% would bring her to 119,972.
so
Does
right,
that make
but
sense?
hold on. So she's currently making 113,085, and we're talking about across the board giving everybody a 6% potential increase.
It's not
So
6% though, it's 3% and 3%, which doesn't equal exactly 6%. Unless
because
it's
you're
the way they do that, unless that's the way you guys do it, but that's not the way.
That's not the way we
Percentages
do
work.
that, Natasha. We would
Okay,
do
so you do 3%
COLA.
and then you separately, yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
So
so
3% and 3% would bring it to 119,972.
so 119,972 is, hold on.
So the difference is $10,028.
Is $10,000. Yes. So what we're talking about, just rounding up, is a difference of $830 a month to get to the 130,000. So to that point, yes, I'm a little bit hesitant. The optics, everything else, where the district's position has been, other things. However, the dollar amount we're talking about, we're not talking about, we're only actually increasing the amount that Sherry would be getting annually by 10,000, because the cost of living and the performance is already going to be guaranteed. At least in Sherry's position, because as a board, we've already said that, yes, she's met all the metrics. We want to, potentially make this a permanent position. We're not going to do less than the 3%, right? So what we're really talking about is a $10,000 raise to get to the 130,000.
Right.
And that was set for one person doing one job, not two. I don't know if you've looked at Amira's study, but the average pay for someone doing both jobs, I'm trying to find it.
And I get all that. Trust me, I'm actually doing 3 positions right now, and there are definitely situations where people are not being paid what was equitable or what they should be getting in the position. So I 100% appreciate that. I think what I'm leaning towards is that yes, we could look at this. I think what we need to evaluate down the road, though, is overall a total of 3% for both those things is not being done in the industry right now. In fact, most organizations that I'm hearing from are making cuts still. Businesses are closing. We just lost another one in Douglas County. I agree that we've been through a lot. We've asked staff to accept cutbacks and furloughs and everything else. My concern is this does not set a precedent, and that we would not be continuing to do these large amounts for COLA or performance raises year after year, because a lot of places do like 1.5% or 2%. And then performance raises are not a lot of people are doing those right now.
Well,
and so that's my
I-
biggest concern.
A lot of the businesses that are closing are in the same situation we were when we were declining. We're going to have over $600,000 in reserves since Sherry
This
took
year.
over.
This
And
year,
we're
but we don't
increasing-
know.
We're increasing by $143,000 this year. When your budget's going up, reward the people that got you there.
Yeah, but you
I
also got to look at the
agree.
future. You also got to look at the future, what's coming down the road, and prepare for that. And that's what got the place in the problem to begin with.
Well, some fiscally unsound management is what got us into that position, which also caused us to lose some funding and not be eligible for grants. That's gone.
So
Natasha had her hand raised.
go ahead, Natasha. And
Sorry.
I may
Sorry.
have to sign off here in just a minute.
So I 100% agree.
I can come back.
I 100% agree with rewarding people when we have the funds to do it. At UHI, which is not the gold standard in any capacity, we do that through one-time bonuses. We call it red money, blue money. Red money is money that gets expended every single month, every single year, and that money is not guaranteed, where the blue money, which is money we put in reserves, is a guarantee and can go to team members in the form of bonuses in a different capacity. So that might be something we think about, maybe not this year, but maybe next. Because you can use reserves, at least in my industry. I don't know what it looks like in this industry, and there's probably a process for that. But it would be concerning to continue to give raises when we don't know what, like, that transportation bill did not pass. So that will mean changing to funding.
All I'm asking is we give her the salary that was established as the number for that position.
And Sherry had her hand raised, Gina.
Okay, that's fine. And I was gonna let you guys know, you've only got a couple more minutes before I have to jump off. Go ahead, Sherry.
You guys can have the discussion on the COLA and the merit in this meeting. You can change that. I just put them in there. And that was the budget that the budget committee approved. And we had the discussion about different scenarios on how we could grow our reserve even more, but they chose this budget because they said it was a sound budget and they were okay with it. So, but it's certainly a conversation that you guys can have. We don't have to do, you know, a 3% COLA and a 3% merit. You guys can decide to make those changes in this meeting.
So I would say we're probably at the point where someone needs to make a motion. And honestly, like, if the cost of living and the performance was going to be changed, that should have been done by the committee. I mean, that's just kind of my thoughts on it. And again, like, the concerns I have is that, yes, we can't continue to give these every year. And I want to make sure that we are considering that just because it's blue skies now doesn't mean it will be tomorrow. I 100% agree. Sherry is worth every penny. Good people that are worth every penny are always paid what they're worth. And it sucks. I will acknowledge that 100%. But I think we're at that point where we do need to make a decision and move forward with it.
Agreed. So somebody needs to make a motion on what they want to do.
I make a motion that we move Sherry to $130,000 in salary as per the salary that was set by the board in April 2025.
Doug, will you, do you mind adding to that motion that after the performance and COLA, that Sherry's salary be increased to match the $130,000?
So amended.
Do we have a second?
Seconded.
Seconded by Natasha. Okay. Do we have any further discussion? Okay, so the current motion is that Sherry's or the general manager's wages after the COLA and the performance percentage be increased to match the $130,000 that the position was previously paid. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Okay. Any opposed?
Me,
Okay, Bill. So the motion passes. And then do we have a motion to accept the adoption of the 26-27 budget?
I make a motion
Motion.
to adopt the 26-27 budget to also include the additional $15,000 for the investigator.
And-
Seconded.
Okay.
Gina,
All
if you'd
those in
like, I
favor?
can just read off like what that looks like as far as our unrestricted funds. Would you like me to do that?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed?
Me,
Okay. So does that pass the budget or is that just the 15,000 increase for the investigation? Sherry?
That would pass the entire budget.
Okay. Okay, we don't have anything not on agenda. Is there any public present? Any public comment for not on agenda? If there's no public present, I'm guessing no.
We have others online, but they are staff members. Yeah.
Okay. Then we can call the meeting adjourned. The special board of directors meeting of the Umpqua Public Transportation District officially adjourned at 5:51 p.m.
Thank you.
thanks.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.